Hey artists, today we're going to draw this Valentine's Day truck. Make sure you have a pencil, an eraser, a Sharpie, watercolor paper, watercolor paints, a glass of water, paintbrushes, and a paper towel. It's important to have the correct supplies for this style of painting, especially the watercolor paper and the Sharpie. Let's go ahead and get started. So first thing we're going to do is grab our pencil, and we're going to start with the top of this truck. So we're going to start about here on our paper and make kind of a curved line like this. Fill that in with a window. So we're going to follow that same shape and then bring that to a point like this. And just take our pencils at this point here, kind of curve up just a little bit, not too much, and then back down again, something like that. And we're going to draw this funny looking shape, kind of looks like a macaroni noodle, like that. We're going to put a wheel in there, so connect the circle, little circle inside, and then a C shape on the front. You can go ahead and add a headlight in there like this, and then we're going to go to this point, go down and bring it kind of to that point, and then we're going to go straight across and then curve and down, and then we're going to make kind of another silly looking macaroni noodle shape. That. And again, fill it in with a circle, with a circle inside. Okay. My truck is a little longer here, but that's okay. All right, and then we're going to go from here over and connect those two macaroni noodles. I'm going to go ahead and kind of make this one a little bit bigger on mine. Okay, all right, and then we're going to go ahead and draw in the tail light as well. So just a little line like this. Okay, all right, next we want to put this big heart in the back of the truck. So we're going to start about here. I kind of made mine hit this point of the truck, kind of like it was leaning on it, and then curve back down. And then we're going to go from this point and draw in the other side of the heart and down like this. Okay, so it should look like the big heart is kind of sitting inside the truck. So we're not going to see the point of the heart. We're just going to see the top part. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and draw a line down here right under this window, and then a line down on the other side with a little door handle for the door. All right, so next thing we're going to do is go ahead and grab Sharpies, and we're going to trace all of the pencil lines that we made. You can make these outside lines a little thicker and the inside lines thinner, like these lines here. And then after that, we'll move to the next step. All right, I'm done with my Sharpie, so I'm going to go ahead and take my eraser, and we can go ahead and erase any pencil marks that we can still see. All right, I'm done with that, so I'm going to go ahead, we're going to grab our paintbrushes and our paper towel, and we're going to go ahead and start painting. You can add a note to yours like I did for you guys if you'd like. You don't have to, but if you're making cards for people, I thought that might be a good idea. So we're going to go ahead, take our paintbrushes, and we're going to start with the heart. I'm going to take my wet paintbrush and I'm going to make the inside of this heart wet. You don't want too wet, just a little damp, but it helps the paint move around. You can make your heart whatever color you'd like. I'm going to go ahead and make mine a little bit different this time. So I'm going to go with a pink heart for this one. I'm going to take my pink and I'm going to go along the edges first. We want it the darkest down here along this line and down along this line. So that's where I'm starting. And then we're going to go ahead and kind of go around all the edges. Like this. I'm going to keep adding some more dark down here because that's where we want it darkest. And I'm going to slowly drag that up to the middle. Kind of blend it in the whole way through. You can leave one spot mostly white if you want. Like I'm going to leave this mostly white, I think. You just keep adding your paint until you're happy with what it looks like. All right, I think I'm pretty happy with that. So we're gonna go ahead and start on the truck. I'm gonna rinse my brush real good and then we're gonna start filling this truck in just like we did with the heart and make it wet. Careful not to get into the headlights and stuff. We don't want any extra color, like even the handle. We don't want the truck color to go into those spots. So if you don't make it wet, it shouldn't go in it. So I'm gonna go ahead with my red and I'm gonna go along the edges that I want darker. And so right under here, along those lines, we're gonna want it the darkest. Then we can blend it up. I have to add some more paint though. Blend it up along there. Nope, I just did what I told you not to do. Going across the handle there. I wasn't paying attention. That's okay. Hopefully it's dry by the time we get there. So we also want it darker down in here, under the heart. I'm adding some more red just because I don't think it's quite dark enough. You can even add a darker spot right under this handle because there would be a shadow there. Along these lines, I like to make things like that a little bit darker. Okay, you may be able to see that the truck over here has a little more color. So I actually added some of that purple color into the truck just to give it more of, just a little more interesting, more color. And also it makes it look more shadowy. So I put some of that purple right along these darker lines, right along here. And then I kind of blended them up into the rest of the truck. So you can see that really helps bring out some more shadow and just make more color in general. So I'm just keep adding some layers of paint until I'm happy with the color of this truck. I'm gonna add some more red up here. Okay, I think I'm happy with that. So I'm going to go into this part of the truck and we're going to do the exact same thing for these two spots that we did for the whole truck. We're going to fill it in with that red color, mostly focusing on the bottom half and kind of dragging it upward. And then adding that purple just for a little extra color and darkness for the shadows. Going back in with my purple now, just along the bottom. blend that up a little. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the wheels. So I'm going to start with my gray color for the tires. Just going to fill that in carefully like this, and then I'm going to add some more darkness just along the bottom and inside of the wheel here where there would be a shadow, just like that. You can make it darker if you want, or you can leave it that gray color. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. You can even go in with some black if you want for some more shadow. I'll show you that. So if I add some black in here, it just makes it darker and more shadowy. I'll do it on the other tire too, just so they match. Okay. All right, then I'm going to take my lighter gray and I'm going to fill in this front part of the truck here and the inside of the wheels here. Just like that. The last color I think we need is yellow. Actually, we can't forget the handle there. I made my handle gray, so I'm just going to do the same for this one. All right. And then we'll go ahead with that yellow for the lights. And just fill that in. Okay, and then I actually took that yellow and added some yellow to the top of the truck where the sun might be shining. Again, just to give it some more color. So you can do that too if you want. You just want to take a small amount of yellow and go along just the top edges where you think the sun might be hitting. So just a very thin line because you don't want your whole truck to turn yellow. You can do the same thing on the heart too. That just, makes the colors all kind of blend together like it's all sitting out in the sun. And then we just make our brushes wet and we can go ahead and kind of blend that in. I like to use this circular motion like this. Gonna blend that in there. All right, I think I'm all done with my truck. I hope you enjoyed doing this Valentine's Day project with me. If you did, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to see when I release new videos. I would love to make art with you again soon. Most importantly, keep creating. I'll see you next time. Bye.